Hello, I'm going to be crafting some Easter cards, and so we're going to go ahead and get started. I've got some papers here. I've got my Anna Griffin Empress. I have like a ton of paper that I've also have some theme paper. But for now, I think I cut a whole bunch of sheets in various themed colors, and I have a ton of dies that I'm going to be working with, okay? All kinds of dies. I've got frames, I've got some filigree backgrounds, I've got some more here. These are the ones I've pre-chosen to use today. This one says blessed, a cross. We're going to do some flowers. I also have the new Anna Griffin. Actually, these were released last year, but these are just gorgeous. Look at these crosses. They're so pretty. And I do have the cheat sheet on that so you can see. So you can see what that looks like. Okay, I think it's, I don't know if it's backwards. Maybe I'll hold it like this to you. There you go. You can see what that looks like. I'll hold it up here for the name, which is the, I think it's called the Cross Die Set. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and continue. I'm just going to show you what else I've got. I've also am going to probably use, I've never used these before. These are the mini French fans. Okay, so they look like this. Some mini French fans. I also have these. These, you can make your own confetti, but you can also like maybe die cut into paper and then use background paper. And I've got some eggs. I don't know if I'm going to be doing shaker cards today, but and bunny rabbits, I just might use them, but these are the components for the shaker cards. I do have them. I can make them if I wanted. Like I said, I don't know if I'm going to, but I thought I could use the Easter egg. And maybe the butterfly. Also, this has a giant rabbit. So I'm not really sure what I'm going to be doing with these, but I'm just going to experiment. I am so excited to just kind of just start die cutting like all the shapes. And that's what I'm going to do. So first, what I'm going to start off with is I think I'm going to start off, and I'm going to try to do a whole bunch at once. So let me grab my plates. I'm going to grab my plates. We're going to start off with this color, okay? And this paper is pretty thick. It is by Coordinations, American Crafts. Let me see if I can never quite get the zoom in correctly. Let me see over here. It's like if there's something in the background, it won't pick it up. It wants to focus on the background. So, and I think I believe I get this paper at Joann. So I'm going to try just to take off this, because this, if I leave this on, it will ruin my die cut. I've had that problem. Oh, there it goes. I'm like, I have had that problem before. And you get this weird sticker paper on it. There we go. Okay, I got most of it off. So we're going to start with this one. I'm just going to grab any random color. And I'm missing a plate. Okay, here we go. I'm missing a plate. So we're going to use our Empress sandwich system, which is going to be a plate down. Okay? It's going to be your A plate, and I'll do it this way so you can see the letters. A plate down. It does say A plate, but it looks like I put it over that. And I need to order the Anna Griffin Black Matte because it's more durable than the one it came with. Hopefully at some point for people who buy the Empress after me, I bought mine when it launched in October, that she will actually issue it with the black matte. And I'm going to just start laying pieces down. Like we're going to do this bunny. I'm going to do, this one says Easter. We'll do, what else do we have? Blessed. We'll do blessed. Okay. What else do we have? Crucifix or cross, however you like to call that. Okay. Maybe like that. What else do I have that can fit? It's got to fit. It's got to be able to fit. Let me see. Ooh, you know what? Let's do that Easter egg. Why don't we do that Easter egg in a butterfly? We'll do Easter egg and a butterfly. Okay. Let's open this one up. We're gonna open this up. We'll do Easter egg and butterfly. I think today I am using my webcam to film this. This has never been used before. I've probably owned this for, I don't know, 2 years maybe, which is how I do. And then all of a sudden then I start using. So let's see. We'll do a peak Easter egg. I think I'll cut this from another color. I think that would be cool. So I'll wait on that one. Oh, we could just go ahead and do it now. I don't see the problem with that. I can make a whole bunch different ones. Butterfly. We can do the butterfly. I don't know what that'll look like, but you know. I'm just trying to fill up the paper here, or the mat. Let's see, what else can we fit in here? How about a bow? We can do a bow. Let's do this bow right here. And I am standing. Sometimes when I stand and craft, I'm still working on a system. My husband and I are working on trying to design different types of work surfaces for the craft room. And I do want a standing work surface, and this is kind of low. I need something a little higher that's counter height. And we're in the process of trying to figure that out. Like, how are we going to work that out? Because I definitely need something, you know, counter height. Okay, so that should cover it. Perfect. Look at that. It's going to cover exactly my mat. And I did cut some of these more narrow and some wider. So that'll work for the wider ones. And I just want to make sure that and I don't want to waste paper, because I didn't used to be that way maybe a few years ago, but then I started to get all crazy with my paper. I was like, oh, I don't want to waste paper. So I'm just going to make sure that that is where it needs to be. I'm going to boot up my Empress. I'm not booting it up. Oh, it's the middle button. I can't see from this side. I guess I should pull this off. I'm such a dork. I didn't want to take the little... Who does that? Who's like me? They don't want to remove the stuff. Got my little bunny right here. My little bunny. That's my inspirations. I also got some eggs. Check it out. Got these eggs. These are from a few years ago from Michael's. They probably got them on clearance. Who knows? I love them though. Okay, and I need my top plate. Let's boot this baby up. Boot it up. Is it booted up? I can't tell. No, I can't. Is it not plugged in? Is it not plugged in? Oh, we're not plugged in. Lovely. I unplugged the Empress, and I unplugged the Empress, and I plugged in the light. I'm a dork. Maybe I can plug it in on that side. Give me 1 second. If I could pause recording, I would, but there's no pause. It's either stop or whatever. So let me just see if I can be able to reach that. Ugh. You guys are hearing me like attempting to get in here and do what I'm supposed to. Okay, here we go. Here we go. We're good. We're good. I got us plugged into the wall. Okay, I'm coming around the bed. Coming around the bed. Okay, so now we're up. Okay, so we have our sandwich together, right? All of our plates. We're good. Okay, so I'm going to hit run. Nope. That is running through. You can see the Empress working. Now some of these are embossed. So let's just see what we got. See, some of these actually came up, which is fine. I don't need the egg to be embossed. That's not an issue for me. So I'm going to set that one to the side. That one's done. We also got these little pieces that pop off. You're going to need a lot of pieces. A lot of those pieces. Let's see what else we got in here. I'm going to lift this up. This is what's left. Okay. I'm going to remove the egg. No, I guess I can't move the egg. I'm going to have to leave it there. Okay, because I don't want to mess it up. So, although I just realized that we're going to emboss, so I actually have to move everything off. So, let me just... And this isn't so much about paper anymore. We're just going to... And what is embossing? Embossing is going to put the little extra oomph into your embellishments. It's going to make the edges pop. It's going to if there's designs, it's going to emboss the design that's in there, like an outer design or a little edge design or a frame design. So you'll see what I mean in a moment, but let's go ahead and move that out. Okay, so when you're going to emboss using the Empress, you have to remove the magnetic mat, which is this. You remove the magnetic mat, which is the me mat, and you have it on your A. You take your C, which is your embossing mat, okay? And you're going to put that right over all your stuff. Now you have to make sure that it's actually covered in the mat, okay? And again, you're not worried about cutting paper, so you don't have to worry about placement per se. You just need to make sure that everything's covered with that mat, okay? And this mat is also, it has a lot of static to it. It's going to pick up like stuff. Okay, so we're going to run our machine again. Turns off after a little bit, which is good. Power saving, right? When I'm trying to film, I can't ever get that right where it's supposed to. So it's running right now. It's going to come out, and I'm going to show you what this looks like. Okay, so, and I want to show you what I meant by embossing. So, see if you, do you see the little designs in that egg? Wait, go this way. See that? That's embossing. So maybe, you know, that's not a big deal to you, or you don't want that, or you just wanted the egg. So do you see, I want to show you the difference between the eggs. Now, the reason I didn't really care about embossing the large egg was because it didn't have any designs to emboss into the paper. Just the, so you could do it like this, but I think I'll do a different color or something. I don't really know. So these are the little extra leftovers. You could actually collect these and make a flower, like petals. That would be kind of cool. So I need my tool in one by Spellbinders, because this helps you pop stuff out. And I'm going to show you the butterfly, and I'm going to show you how the butterfly has some embossing. See that? Oh, there, that's a good focus. My grody nails. See that? Okay, so we're going to move along. And we're gonna, and I'm just going to do a whole bunch of these. I think this will help me to make a bunch of cards, hopefully. See that? And the bow is embossed. So we're just going to move along. Everything's embossed. All these items are embossed. Let's show you a word. So these are your little extra pieces that have fallen. You're going to pop out your word. This tool, you can use, if you don't have the tool in one, you don't need the tool in one. You could use a paper clip. And see, it says blessed. See that? It says blessed. It's really cool. So I'm just going to start piling it up there. This one's going to say Easter. And Easter is 1 week from today. Today is Palm Sunday. This is Holy Week. If you celebrate, if you don't, you can still watch for, you know, I don't know, how to use the Empress if you're trying to figure out if you want one or not. This rabbit also is embossed. Now, it's because it's glitter and the paper's really thick, so you don't really get to really see and appreciate the embossing as much. But if I used, let's see, it's hard because it's upside down. If I used like maybe this paper here, you would see more of that embossing. And the next color I'll go with something like that so you can see. Now let's look at this crucifix. I've made this before, but this one has a lot of pop out pieces. See that? You're left with actually that, which is kind of cool in its own, you know. But this one is so pretty. Look at this. That turned out really nice. Okay, so this is more of a dark, deep kind of mauve, like a mauve with some glitter in it. So I'm going to move on to another color. We're going to use the same ones, and we're going to keep on die cutting, and then I'll switch over to something else. Okay, so we're going to use our same die cuts, or dies, I should say. And we're going to build our sandwich again. So that's the A plate, the the magnetic mat. We are going to put down, if I can remember what order, this is a great tool to help me figure out where I placed everything. I think it went in this direction. So I'm going to put that right here and just kind of use that to kind of help me. Okay, so I want, let's see, I want the words. And as you can see here, I did not finish cleaning out my my dies. There's some stuff in it. So, let me see. That got them. Look, they're clean, nice and clean. So, let's see. Blessed went here. And we had the bow over here somewhere. I have the rabbit right here. We had the word Easter right here. You know, get all that together. We had the crucifix right here, or the cross. Everybody calls it something different. Butterfly right here. Big egg right there. Little egg right here. Bow. Let's see if I can move this around. Bow right here. And there we go. Same way as I did it last time. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and choose, like I said, I'm going to go with a different colored paper. Now this one is textured. This one is a textured paper. So you're gonna, it's textured. So it's not gonna maybe as embossed. I'll try to do one. In fact, I chose glitter purposely, but if you go with just a basic non-textured paper, I think you get better embossing. And I could use the opposite side, but I like that texture. It gives a little extra, something a little extra. I'm a little extra myself. So let's put our paper down, our top. Wait, no. And these plates, I don't know if you can see that, they do kind of warp. Just turn it around so that it flattens. And this was the same deal with the Cuttlebug. This is not new. This is not something new or a new problem. The Cuttlebug, which is the manual Cricut die cutting machine. Can you really call it a machine when it's manual? It would warp the plates too. I'm having my golden milk for those that drink golden milk from Chacha's. And I'm alternating golden milk and green teas and matchas. Okay, so we're going to run this through again. We're going to hit the run button. And put that right through. And looks like we have about maybe 40 minutes left that I can record on this. So we're just going to keep making. Okay, looks good. Again, I'm not going to do the egg, okay? We're going to let that one go. And I'm going to just place it there. But I do have to remove all of these items because we're going to emboss. So, and again, when we emboss, we don't have to worry about, placement per se, just as long as the mat covers it. We're not worried about, like, is there enough paper? I guess in a way you are still worrying because you do want that mat to cover it. But in terms of how close it is to the other item, you don't have, I guess that's what I'm saying. You don't have to worry about that. So let me put this where I won't lose it. Right here. So we need our embossing mat, and make sure that it does cover everything, which I can see here that it does not. So I'm going to bring these closer together like that. See if that does the trick. Yes, right there. That's good. Okay. And I'm going to cover it with my A plate, as you're supposed to. Let's hit run on that again. So when I make a card and I'm doing my own die cuts, this is the process. It's very time consuming. It's going to take me a few hours to do all my die cuts. That's not even, oh my, that can happen if you just grab it. That doesn't even count all of the other stuff that I need to do, like make the cards, you know, the insides, the inserts, the backgrounds, the frames. You know, it doesn't, there's so much more involved. Here, let's see if we can focus on that one. Because it will focus. No, a little bit. You can see some there. Okay, let's get, pop that one out. You can use your nail. I'm using my nail on this one. Here, this one might show up a little bit better. No? It's hard for this to, there we go. See how that's embossed? Okay. We're going to keep moving. I'm going to put my stuff here so I don't lose them. I tend to lose my, oh, like this one. I tend to lose my, there's been times I've lost a whole die. I'm just like, where did that go? Where did that go? I don't know, where'd that go? These are all beautifully embossed. Removing all the pieces, all the components. There's my bunny rabbits. So pretty. He's so cute. Mr. Bunnies. Mr. Easter Bunnies. Look at that. So cute. So cute. And yes, I'm running super behind because that's how I do it. There was a year or two ago, probably 2 years ago, when I made all my cards like I was supposed to ahead of time. And we talked about this on my very first craft chat video last September. I can't believe it was last September. Where we talked about, you know, you have to get ahead of the game to make your cards. But it seems like I'm always running out of time. I don't know why. It's just my husband says that I've got too much going on, or I just, you know. And I think most of us do though. See, I don't know if you guys saw me. I am chasing an egg right now. That little egg, there it is. See, this is what happens if I don't, I will lose them. That little egg just ran from me. Okay. Let's pop these. Yeah, so most of us have a lot going on, and it's like we just try to do our best. We just try to craft when we can. And I was so inspired yesterday by Mucho Mas Art Studio and the Crafty Chica, Kathy Murillo, and Emily Costello, that I was like, oh, I just want to craft. I just want to craft. And I had planned on crafting this weekend anyways. But I also, there's so many things I wanted to do, but I just, you know, and I just have to take, sometimes I can't plan for future stuff because you just don't know what your schedule is going to be like. This one here is a green minty teal. It is textured. I don't know if you can see the color. It washes out. But it's a metallic-y, metallic-y minty green. It's gorgeous. That is a gorgeous piece of paper. So I'm going to go ahead and load up. Again, we're doing it again, just like we did before. And if I end up with extra die cuts, that's okay, because I save them, or I could use them for something else. You can always use a butterfly. You can always use a bow. The word bless, you can use that for multiple things. So I don't mind. Okay, so we've got our A mat down again, our A plate, I should say. We're going to put our magnetic mat down. We're going to go ahead and do our words like we did. And I've got my cheat sheet here to help me out. This kind of tells me where everything goes. I'm going to put it right there so I can see. So I had, and I got, you know what, if you really do want to try to clean up your, because you won't get such a great result when you try to cut and emboss if you leave them too filled with little niblets of paper. So it's better just to clean it out as you go, I guess. I'm notorious for that. And I'm like, why doesn't that look as good as it used to, or as it did before? Well, that's because you're not cleaning it. Okay, so Easter went there. Bunny rabbit there. And let's see, we've got the cross, the large butterfly. And if the paper doesn't fit, we'll have to reposition all of this. So if the paper doesn't cover it, we'll have to reposition. And you know, I did cut these papers very just kind of whatever. So it may not, the dies may not fit within the parameters of my paper. So I'll have to, see, like right there, let me move that a little, the butterfly, and get this bow in. Okay, oh, you guys can't see that there. See, I got it all in there. Okay, so now let me check and see if my paper covers it. I'm good on this side, but my butterfly went off the mat, so we need to adjust. Let me move that. Move this butterfly. Maybe, you know what? Let me flip this butterfly. Maybe if I flipped it. Nope, can't flip it. It's got to go this way. Okay, let's see what we get from that. Let's see what we get. I could probably move that bunny. Let me move that bunny and move that. There we go. Okay, let's see. What do we get? That looks good. Okay, so let's hit run. put our thing down, our paper down, and I lost my plate. And so you'll see that in a few seconds that'll shut off, like it did right there. Because if you don't use it, it does self-shut off, which is nice, because if you have to walk away or answer the phone or something, you don't have to worry about your machine running. I think it's, well, you guys can count. I thought it was 30 seconds. I think it's less. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's 10 seconds. I thought it was 30. It's 10. Okay, we're running that through. And yeah, you want to make sure that the paper that you're using, say one side is textured or one side is glitter, or if it's one-sided glitter only, or one side color only, or if it's one-sided, the design is on one side, you want to make sure that that paper is facing down. Your die cut is facing up and your paper is facing down, okay? Because what will happen is you will end up cutting the wrong side. Okay, so see this side. Oh, what happened? Okay, this is what I get for yapping. None of my stuff cut except for these two. Why? Why, Janie? What happened? Well, I'll tell you what happened. Which this one I'm not going to anyways. I placed, did anybody catch that? I'm going to let this run with the faux pas. I don't care. You guys need to see this anyways. It's going to cut into my mat. See that? Okay, so what happened was I put these upside down. I normally don't craft and talk at the same time. This is, if you ever wondered, like, why doesn't cousin have me over to craft, or why can't I don't craft with people because then I get distracted. Like, I'm trying to talk to you guys and I just distracted myself. Who distracts themselves? Right here, I do. I distracted myself completely. These, and this is exactly what I was talking about. Your die cut faces up. Amateur hour. It's amateur hour over here. My die cuts are supposed to face up, and my paper faces down. This magnetic mat really holds stuff together. So let me, oh Lord, let me get that in there. Okay. So is my paper ruined? Well, not entirely. So I'm going to go ahead and run with it. You can see like the sheen is kind of weird on that. So maybe I won't use that piece. Where's that other piece? And since I have less, I can maybe bring it down. So let me do that. Let me do that. In fact, I'm going to go straight down with the words. I'm going to go straight down with the words like this. I can position these any way I want. Okay, this should cover my paper. Let me see. Yes, it does. And that's what I want. Okay. So, see that? It works. Situation averted, as I like to say. Situation averted. Okay, so now I'm going to put my mat, my plate I should say, back on. I'm going to pick up our sandwich. And we're going to run that through. This is going to cut. This is going to cut everything, and then I'm going to go back and stick this egg back in there, and I will emboss it all. That cracking sound, that sounds like cracking and breaking, that is completely normal. Yes, your plate will get scratched up, gross looking. That is completely normal too. You eventually will have to replace these, okay? So let's see. See, everything cut out nice and pretty right there. Put that to the side. And now I'm going to remove these, but I want to emboss. So I'm going to make sure that they don't come out. Now, if your die cut comes out or falls out of the die and you want to emboss, you need to be really careful that you place it exactly back in, because if you do not, your embossing will go over the word or the edges, and it's not going to look very nice. When I first started doing this, I think it was with Valentine's maybe, and you could really see it within the Valentine's, the hearts that I made, and I was like, but it was my first time. It didn't bother me. Sometimes, depending upon the paper, sometimes you don't even see your oopses. Okay, let me see here. Let's get all this together. I'm not even following any pattern this time. Just kind of randomly doing it. And I just want to make sure that the mat or the, so you know what, let me go like this. Let me go like this. Like this. So let me see. Easter, butterfly, bow, rabbits. And then I need another butterfly. Where can I put this one? Hold on. Right here. I need to make sure that my embossing mat's going to cover everything. And if it doesn't, it's not going to. So I need to reposition some more. You know what? I'm going to take this butterfly. I'm going to put it at the end of this. Let's see if that helps. Yes, that works great. Okay, take back my A plate, put it on top, make your sandwich. So this sandwich is A plate, dies facing up with the paper in, your embossing mat, and then your A plate again. That is your sandwich. You put it right back into the machine. This is going to emboss the paper. Make sure you catch that or it will fall. Okay, we're going to lift it up. Some of these items already came out, and these are just beautiful, 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 beautiful pieces. Look at that. They just popped right out. Beautiful embossing, and you can see the textured paper. You can see the texture in the paper. I want to save all these little petals. I know, I'm such a hoarder. But those can make flowers. Okay, so we're going to pop all our stuff out. Be very careful. Sometimes your dies are delicate. Sometimes they're not. So you just want to be careful. You don't want to, it's hard. It can be hard work. Especially with like this, these words that are scrolled or script, they can be delicate. So you do want to be careful. See how pretty that Easter is? Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and clean. Again, using my Spellbinders Tool-in-One. Got it all nice and clean. Throw this on my magnetic mat so I don't lose them, because I tend to lose my dies. That'll help catch all my dies. If you want to know what I'm talking about, I'm just throwing them on there. Helps to catch them. See that? You can hear it. Okay. This just pops right out. And then we're going to do blessed. And, you know, the holiday is coming up, so I need to get these in the mail on Monday. Which is tomorrow. On Monday, I'm talking like it's weeks away. I got to get these in the mail tomorrow. Okay? So they can make it in time. Clean up my beautiful. Okay, let's see. I've done 2 shades of teal and a pink. Let's do a purple. We're gonna do a purple. Same ones. We're gonna do it again. Okay. So let me get my magnetic mat. Let me remove all of them now. Yes, this does look warped, as you can see here. See that? It looks warped. They say you can stick it on your fridge. It'll flatten out. Some people actually iron that. I don't do any of that. Maybe because I don't use mine as much as everybody else does. But I'm fine. I'm going to use my cheat sheet again. Again, this will kind of help me to know where I placed everything. This is the narrow. I need the wide one, like this one, okay? This kind of helped me to know where I placed everything so I know that it fits. So blessed was there. Okay. And then I had Easter, which was top like that. See how I kind of nest it together? Got my bunny rabbit. I thought that bunny rabbit was pointing in the wrong direction. Okay, so let's see. We have the cross there. We did the large butterfly here. We did the small egg there. I'm going to change the direction of that small egg. Butterfly, large egg, and bow. I might change up the direction of that. Yeah, I'm gonna do the I guess that was the best way to do it, this way. Butterfly, large egg, and then bow. See, move it so you can see what I'm doing. I'm also gonna move the butterfly. Make sure everything fits in there. Okay, it's ready to go. Make sure my paper, oops, got my paper. Make sure that everything is covered, and it is beautiful. Put my A plate back on, and you see, like, this one's kind of warped too. I'm gonna maybe go this direction to kind of flatten it out a little. Oh, let me lower my paper. I don't want to waste paper. By where I position it. Depending on where you position it, you can ruin, or not ruin, you can waste. And I do save my scraps because you can do all kinds of stuff. I mean, look how tiny some of these are. You could, out of scraps, you can cut stuff. This does have a reverse feature also, kind of like a shredder of a reverse and a forward feature. Okay, so I lifted this up, so you can see, there we are. I'm not worried again about the large egg being embossed. Why? Because the large egg is, there's no embossing. Like, for example, like the butterfly has some embossing designs or embossed designs. The large egg doesn't have that. So I'm not really worried about it. Okay, so I'm going to take off my words again, put them on this plate. My words, my cross, my bunny. And I'm going to show you, see, I was just going to say, I'm going to show you a problem of that where the paper comes off. I want to make sure it's right back where it belongs, okay? Because otherwise it won't emboss correctly. So I'll do the best I can with that one. Butterfly. Large butterfly just suffered an accident. It fell off and then I bent the paper, but I'll try to save it. Bow. And I'm going to show you what I mean by that. So here, this can only really go one way. Sometimes you're like, oh, does it go this way? Whatever. But this one can really only go one way. I just want to make sure I get it right back in there. And it doesn't want to stay. It happens sometimes. So I'm just going to try to keep it together as best I can. In this case, I would not use tape because the tape is just going to get cut. And when I peel it off my butterfly, it may end up ripping it. So I'm just not going to use any washi tape on that. And then I'm going to go ahead and make sure everything's... Oh, wait. We need our embossing mat. And I got a feeling everything's not going to be covered. Just by checking, yeah. To see, yeah. So let's get these things together here. And see how my butterfly moved? You can see that. The paper moved on that butterfly. And on my egg. Okay. So this one's going to be problematic. That's fine. I got you, problematic. I got you. Okay. Let's see if everything gets covered here. And the thing of it is this paper becomes, when you keep running it through and these plates, they end up getting static on them. So they tend not to behave. Now, that looks like, come on, bunny. Work with me, bunny. Work with me, bunny. Not getting the bunny under there. Okay, hopefully that's okay. I don't know what it looks like under there. But let's run this through. Counting down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Now that I know it takes 10 seconds, I'm like, okay, I gotta hustle it to get it in there. Go. I'm enjoying my Chacha's tea golden milk. I have 2 green teas waiting for me. I enjoyed my azúcar coffee. There's the butterfly. Beautifully embossed. Let me see so I can focus. Wait. Okay, there. There's the little egg, which, see, just came right off itself. So let's take these and put them over there. I think the next color I'm going to do is yellow. Get a tool-in one, start popping these out. Normally, because I'm not talking, I do this a lot, not a lot faster, but it's somewhat quicker. But since I'm trying to talk and do this at the same time, I kind of have to do multiple thinking, like think about what I'm doing and then think about what I'm saying. I'm sure some of it's not coming out right. Okay. See, I've got about 18-20 minutes left on this recording. So I will probably finish it up because it only gives me like an hour. I don't know what program. Again, I'm not a pro. I'm just starting out on this recording. People are like, oh, Jane. But so if you don't already know, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, and it's at Juanitas, plural, with it, or not plural, but with an S at the end, JuanitasCasita. JuanitasCasita, JuanitasCasita. And it's generally one word, like no space in between. Okay, let's do yellow. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get all our dyes off the magnet mat. Let's get our yellow. I'm going to use this wide one. And this one is a glittery, you probably can't tell very well what this is. The light in my craft room is changing because I am using natural light today. So let's get this down right there. We're going to use our cheat sheet again because it has done us well in terms of letter and word, or word and die positioning. And I did not clean my dies. I just have a habit of not doing that. Okay, so let's see. Blessed with the D at the top, but make sure we put it the right way. Okay. And then Easter, and I like it to nest like that. And then the bunny rabbit. The cross one underneath. Large butterfly. I usually do the bow last. I don't know, I'm going to do it first this time, or before the large egg. Small egg, small butterfly, and it all fits. Make sure that my paper, again, this is glitter. This is glitter. I want to make sure that it's going to be side down, but I want to make sure that all the mat is covered, and it is. So we're going to do it right there. Run. A plate above it. I don't know how many seconds that is. Let's get it in before it stops. Oh, okay, it stopped. Okay, it's not taking my, what happened here? Yeah, we got it all good. Let's try it again. There we go. Again, that cracking is normal. That is just the sound of the pressure that's created within the electric die cutting machine, putting pressure on these plates and cutting everything. I'm trying to do this slowly so that the paper doesn't lift. Now, the only one, again, that I don't really concerned about embossing is the large egg. But the other ones, I do want to make sure the paper doesn't come out, because then I won't get a good emboss, or I might not line it up correctly, I should say. It's possible I may not line it up correctly, and then my embossing will be slightly off. And when I place these on the acrylic plate, again, I want to make sure that all the pieces are covered by the embossing mat. Okay, so if it's not, then you won't get a good emboss. No, something keeps shifting there. What's under there? Let's nest that. There. That's good. Okay. I think the yellow adds something to it. I might cut some blue. I might cut some blue and maybe some green. Let's do a little bit of every color. Okay, we're good. Run that. Run it right through. You won't hear as much cracking in this phase because the embossing mat is kind of a cushion. And it's already done its cutting. We're just embossing now. Okay, so the egg came up. Again, I'll show you the egg. Let's let it focus. Takes it a second. It's not focusing. I can't hold steady. There. Throw my dies on my magnetic mat. That helps me, again, not to lose them because I am notorious for losing my dies, especially when they're little. Butterfly, bunny. And I'm just doing a bunch of these because I think this is as much mass producing as I can do. I'm not great with mass production because I like to really kind of customize my cards. I know that if you're in the business of making cards, like to sell small biz wise or whatever, you want to try to mass produce, but I'm not really great at mass production. I like to put a lot of thought, not that somebody else doesn't, but it takes me, my process takes me longer. My thought process, for whatever reason, just takes longer for me personally. So I just sit there and really kind of overthink and overthink and overthink. And next thing I know, it's been 6 hours and it took me 6 hours to make one card. That's just how I do it. Okay, so I'm going to try to clean it up and then pop it out. You can see I didn't do it here. Hold on. Okay, clean that one up. I saw another one here with another piece. This one, the bow. Okay, that cleaned itself. Okay, so let's do a shade of blue, and I'm also going to want to do a green. But I've got 2 shades of green here. I think this one's too dark. This one's more of a Christmassy green or maybe grass. I think I'll do that lime green. But I'm going to do a blue. And I think on the blue, did I have more than one shade of blue? Let me see. I thought I had more than one shade of blue. Let me see what I have back here. I have some glitter. I have some polka dot. I have a light blue and glitter. It kind of looks like a teal. I don't want to do that. Let me see what I got over here. Got some textured baby blue. Just wanted a different blue, but I'm not. Oh, you know what? This is kind of cute. Let's go with this polka dot. This polka dot one. Kind of like this one. Look at that. It's like a polka dotty, maybe. This sheet will fit in my machine. See that? Pass it right through. So I'm not going to cut it. I'll just put the plate opposite side. Okay? So let's go ahead and do that one. Although I'm kind of doing... no, I don't think I want to use this. I don't think I want to use that. I think I'm going to try to do another blue if I can get my hands on a blue. But I don't want teal. I don't want teal. I want like a more of a truer blue maybe. I just feel like I'm getting too much whatever. I'm going to go with, this is a textured paper. It is by Basil. It is by Basil. You can see it's textured. There's the name Basil. You can feel that. It's a polka dot, but it's raised. It's raised. The polka dots are raised. So I think I'll use a Basil paper on this one. Okay, and this is also Basil. Oh, this is coordinations. Sorry. So we're going to use that. Again, this will pass right through my machine, so I'm not going to bother cutting it. So let's get our mats in place. I am still going to do green, though. I am still going to do green. Let me just get this. And then after this, I'm not going to cut any more of this, of these. I'm going to maybe change it up a bit. I might even do just a whole bunch of eggs. I haven't decided yet. How much time do we have here? 49 minutes. So this is going to be an hour long. So I want to hurry up and finish this. Okay, so with this is down, we're going to go ahead and put our words up. and I did blessed. I did Easter nested. I did the bunny rabbit. After a while, you don't need the cheat sheet anymore. You kind of remember what you did. And then, let's see, I think we did large butterfly. We did big egg. We did little egg. We did a little butterfly. And we did the bow. But this is where you need to adjust to get that bow in there, because we need to get that bow right in there. Okay. So, and this will cover. Okay, so I don't have to worry about it. I know that's going to cover it. So I'm going to put the paper again face down, because my bumps or my polka dots are on this side raised. So it's going face down this way. Make sure I'm not using this end with the writing. Face down. My plate goes in this direction. Okay. And we're going to run that. We're going to run it this way. Get it in there. Once it starts to work, you have to really kind of hold that sand. It's going to stop on me. Wait, there it goes. It stopped on me. Okay. That, and there it goes. I have to say, I really enjoy my Anna Griffin Empress. Before, when I used the Cuttlebug, there was a lot of hand cranking involved, and it was very difficult to do this many die cuts at once unless I taped everything down, because it was not going to be easy. It was not going to be easy at all. Okay, I don't think I'm going to emboss this one, because this one has dots and it's kind of textured, so I'm going to leave that one as is. Okay, my large egg. That did not cut very well. That's interesting. And I'm thinking this didn't cut very well either, because it's still stuck. Now, I'm not going to emboss this. Well, no, I think I will. I will. So let me remove these off. Okay, let's get these off so they can get embossed. I wasn't going to emboss it, but I think I will. The egg, now I'm thinking maybe I should emboss the small egg. Let's see how this works here. I can get it in there. Yes. I'm afraid about that one. I'm afraid for this bow. I'm afraid for this bow. Okay. Let me see here. Let's go ahead and emboss it. So again, making sure it's face down. It's going to be problematic though, because it doesn't want to stay in there. So like that maybe? Okay. So now we're going to, I think I'm going to stop with this one. I would have liked to have gotten all the colors in, but okay. Magnetic, or this is the embossing mat, so I just want to make sure that everything, it's not going to. So let me see, get this in there. Yeah, see how it's popping out? That's worrying me. That's worrying me. I'm not going to do this one. I'm not going to emboss that one, because I don't want it to get ruined. I'd rather just have it the way it is and lose it. That egg might cooperate. So let's see. There. Okay. Pick it all up, hit run it through. If I can hurry up, we can get the green one. Did I even cut green? Oh, the green one is no, I didn't cut green, so maybe I won't have time to do green. Okay, so let's finish up. Oh, you know what? I am so glad I did that egg. That looks super cool. The embossing with the polka dots. You can't really, you can't really see it there, but trust me, it looks beautiful. So I'm really happy that I did emboss that, even with the texture. I may end up doing some more. I think I might have that in pink and in purple. That looks really Eastery, very spring. I think that's very festive. I think I would really like to do more of that. So let me finish this up here. can hear the fire trucks. Where my house is, it's kind of close to the main road. You can hear sirens when they use the main road, you know. Not often, but my dogs just howl in the middle of the night. That's totally off topic. Get that out. Okay, perfect. So I'm going to wrap this up. You guys can see all of the beautiful dies that I have cut. You know what? Let me get like a... Let me get like... No, that's not going to work. Let me get this. You can see all the beautiful dies that I've made here today. Now this took me an hour. This took me, just to make these, took me an hour. Now you're like, well, that's not bad because you got a lot out of it. True, that's because I was maximizing the space on my plates. But we just made like die cuts. We didn't do anything else. So when you think about it like that, I need some light pink. When you think about it like that, I didn't really make that much. Okay, let's see if I can get this in here. Really? There? No, not having it, not having it, not having it. There. I really didn't make that much. I need some light pink. I need some green. I need to make more. So card making can be time consuming, but it is so rewarding. Highly recommended. If you're able to do any of this, you know, start off small. You can get, there's manual machines, there's electric machines, but just have fun with it. And I hope your Easter cards turn out great. I'm going to try to do some more videos. And thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe and find me on YouTube. Subscribe, hit the bell, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. JuanitasCasita. Have a great day.